Tim Akers, if there was a person who doesn't know you at all, and you said you come from Nashville, of course, first thing is they do, country music. It has nothing whatever to do with country music that you're doing.
Yes and no. Country music is what founded the city, and there's still a very healthy country scene going on there. And it's even a part of what I do, because I've played with a lot of country artists. I've worked with Vince Gill and Faith Hill and Trace Adkins and Reba McEntire and a lot of, big country singers, but there is also a whole lot of other music in Nashville. There's jazz and R&B and underground R&B and funk and electronic music, and there's everything there.
You just received 2 Grammy Awards as an arranger, and your 2 arrangements, Uptown Funk and Shake It Off, have over 1 million viewers on YouTube. Does it help you?
I don't know yet. It's so new to me. It just happened, 3 months ago. So I don't even really know if anybody is aware of it, unless somebody asks me. But I hope, I'm keeping my fingers crossed.
Or Jazz, the thing that Fritz here is doing, what do you think of that?
I think it's wonderful. I really do. I wish more people were doing what Fritz is doing, because I think, I don't know what it's like in Europe, but in America, our arts programs are just slowly dying. They're just going downhill.
You still have art programs? We don't even have that anymore.
Well, we have pockets of places in America where there are healthy arts programs, but they are the exception and not the rule. And a lot of the music programs in high schools and stuff, they end up having to raise their own money for uniforms and instruments and supplies. And when I was in school, there was a healthy band program, a music program where you could learn, and we had music teachers and band directors who really nurtured the students. I had some really great, very influential band directors. I was very fortunate to have some of the band directors that I had, and I'm not sure I see that. At least I know my children did not have that. What they've learned from me. But they didn't have strong programs in the schools. Do you like for your children to get into this business? Well, I don't know about that. It's their decision. My daughter is not into music at all. Her talents lie in a different area, but my son is very musical, and he is pursuing a career in music. But I left that totally up to him. I want them to experience the joy of music and the joy of playing, and what the gift that it is to be able to play and express yourself that way. Right. But as far as doing it, sometimes being in the business of music can make it can kind of steal the joy from it. I think you're very wise in that, because when I think about skating or tennis, parents who push their children like mad, and it seldom works. Well, to me it's a balancing act. Children are not capable sometimes, up to a certain age, they're not capable of equating sacrifice now for a future payoff. They want instant gratification. So it's up to the parents to instill discipline in the children. But like you're describing, you can cross the line, you can go too far and take all the joy out of it for them. And so it's a real narrow tightrope walk to keep them disciplined, so that years later they'll thank you hey, I'm so
Right.
glad you made me practice.
Right.
My parents
Right.
made me practice, and I cried. I didn't want to. It was so hard, and I hated it. But after a couple of years, I started enjoying it because they made me stick to it.
Well, you see, but the big difference for me, I think, is that you can never make, or very seldom, make so much money in music as in tennis.
Right, right.
So where it gets down to the matter of what money, that's it.
Well, I think there's a point in a child's development. There are no rules. With some children, it might be earlier. With some, it might be later after they're in their teens. But I think there's a point, if you're wise as a parent, you can see if they have that gift. If they're truly that gifted, and you think, you know, the guys who make a lot of money in tennis, that's a very small group of people. You know, it's a very small percentage. So if you really think your child has a chance at that, or if your child has a chance at being the next big music star, pop star, singer, pop singer, whatever, it's up to the parent to try to spot that, because the kid doesn't know.
No.
He doesn't know. She doesn't know. Or hopefully there's somebody around you, like a music teacher or a band director or whatever, who will spot that and say, listen, push them a little harder, because I really think they have a chance, and they never know until they try. I should say my parents were lucky that, because they had my brother in piano lessons as well as me, and my brother has no musical ability at all, and our piano teacher went to my parents and said, "You're wasting your money. I can't take your money. You know, I'll keep teaching Tim, but I won't teach the other one, because it's like she's
beautiful.
like, I'm not going to take your money." You know?
That's beautiful. Well, thank you for having taken the time to talk to us.
Oh, no problem. It's
I
my pleasure.
hope very much to see you again here.
Yes,
And I
would like
wish
to
you
come back.
all the best in the world.
Thank you so much.